Hey, what's going on YouTube? What's going on everybody, man? Welcome back to the channel. How are you guys doing out there today? I hope you're doing good, all right? So we're back here with another reaction. Going to be checking out Curtis Mayfield, Pusherman. Now, I did Steppenwolf, the Pusher, and there were more than one comment saying, hey, now that you've done Steppenwolf Pusher and you've got an understanding of what the Pusher is versus the dealer, now you got to do Curtis Mayfield's Pusherman. So let's go ahead and jump into this one, man. Superfly. So I don't know. I don't know the style of music genre really this falls into. I don't know if it's funk, and I really don't know like the difference between like funk, R&B, Motown. Like I really need to do my homework because I react to those genres a little bit on this channel, but not to the extent that I have like rock. Okay, so I need to dive more into that so I get a clear understanding of what we're listening to sometimes. But let's go ahead and jump into this one. I'm just assuming by the word Superfly here, we're going to get into some of that sound. So let's go ahead and jump into this Curtis Mayfield Pusherman. Let's see what's up. I don't even need to say nothing about that drum, and that thing's on point. Bongos, right? Play with your fingers.
I'm your mama, I'm your daddy, I'm that nigga in the alley. I'm your doctor when in need. Want some coke, have some weed. You know me, I'm your friend, your main boy, thick and thin. I'm your pusher man.
Oh, he's cutting to the chase.
I'm your pusher man.
Sounds are fantastic.
Ain't I clean, bad machine, super cool, super mean, feeling good for the man, super fly, here I stand, secret stash, heavy bread, baddest bitches in the bed. I'm your pusher man.
Cut into it.
I'm your pusher man.
He's living that life.
I'm your pusher man.
Baddest in the bed.
Solid life of crime. A man of odd circumstance. A victim of ghetto demands. Feed me money for stock. And I'll let you trip for a while.
Victim of ghetto romance.
Insecure from the past. How long can a good thing last?
Speaking facts.
To be mellow, gotta get mellow now. Push a man, get mellow.
Wow. This song got me thinking, man.
Heavy mind, heavy side, making money all the time. My LD and just me for all junkies to see. Ghetto Prince is my thing, making love's how I swing. I'm your pusher man. I'm your pusher man. Two bags, please, for a generous fee. Make your world what you want it to be. Got a woman I love desperately. Wanna give her something better than me. Been told I can't be nothing else. Just a hustler in spite of myself. I know I can make it. This life just don't make it. Lord, Lord, yeah.
Having some conflict.
Gotta be mellow, got to get mellow.
my god, I was getting lost up in the. It sounds like bongos, congos, and a drum set, bro. So I looked it up the other day because I didn't know. I think bongos are when you're tapping with your fingers, right? Congos are more with your palms, and then of course you've got your regular drums. It sounded like all three were taking place there. I don't know if that's what was going on, but it sure sounded like it. Regardless, man, that was amazing. That drumming going on. I also like the words here that are being used. Super sly voice. I like the waka guitar going on as well. Oh, but super sly voice. But I like the words that are going on here because originally we're getting the story that yes, this is his occupation. Okay, he's the pusher man. He's the guy you come to, want some coke, want some weed. I got what you need, man. Come this way. I've got the baddest bees in my bed. Like I'm living this life. This is really who I am. But then it sounds like you get a little conflict in his story, kind of just saying, hey, he's pretty much a victim of ghetto romance type of deal. And that kind of hit, if I heard it properly, if that's actually what he said, that hit, man, because I have family members that are also victims of ghetto romance. And what that is for people that might not have lived it, man, when you grow up poor, you grow up in poverty, you grow up in these bad areas of town, which, when I was growing up, man, it's like I had things, right? We had things in my life until my parents got divorced, man. Once my parents got divorced, I went from like having, my needs met to not even having what I wanted or having what I needed, man. You were just I would go to my friends' houses to eat, right? And it's no fault of my mom. My mom tried, man. She tried. We were just bad kids as well, on top of a bad situation. She had bad kids and a bad situation, and she was trying. And I feel so bad for my mom because we made um her life wasn't enjoyable for a few years, man. She had we kind of gave her a mental breakdown. I look back at that stuff, and like I said, these are areas that we grew from, and fortunately, I was able to, you know, help my mom out a lot, make it up to her later on in life. But I look back at that stuff, and those are moments you wish you can change. But growing up in the ghetto romance, dude, and that's when all the people around you, you almost have influences that are bad people, right? These are the people you're surrounded with. You don't have a lot of good role models in your life. So you're surrounded with people doing bad things all the time. And these are your idols. And this is how you continue this cycle of terribleness going on in the world, man. People growing up wanting to be drug dealers, wanting to tote guns, wanting to hurt other people, wanting to protect their turf. This is ghetto romance. And that's why people say, how do you fix these kind of issues? It starts with the kids. You go into these communities, and sometimes the parents are already long gone, the family members are long gone. You've got to try to help the kids, man, get away from this lifestyle, and to have actual role models in their life, because otherwise you're glorifying this stuff and this is what you look up to. So that kind of hit, man. I know I'm going off on a tangent, but the ghetto romance definitely hit for me on that one. I understood exactly what he meant, because I was there at one point in time. So just to look at this a little bit, we got the song released in 1972. Of course, it was for the motion picture Superfly, it looks like. And the genres are psychedelic soul, funk, progressive soul. Interesting things I've never heard before combined. Psychedelic soul, progressive soul. So cool. So cool. Okay, so that's what we've got on that. We've got Curtis Mayfield right here out of Roswell. Oh no, he died in Roswell, Georgia at the age of 57, man. Rest in peace. Very young. He was actually born in Chicago, Illinois. Actual name Curtis Lee Mayfield there. His occupation, singer, songwriter, guitarist, record producer. Instruments are vocals, guitar, piano, and keyboards. So it says Curtis Mayfield used each song on the album Superfly to demonstrate a different aspect of the problems he noticed were plaguing inner city America. Pusherman, the second track, takes on drug dealing. We see the Pusherman, the drug dealer, as a businessman trying to make a living and a better life for himself in the tough situation. The Pusherman is good and evil. Mayfield sings Ain't I Clean, Bad Machine, super cool, super mean, to show the man's tough exterior, but he implies that the Pusherman is just as much a victim as he is a villain, with a man of odd circumstance, a victim of ghetto demands. Okay, so it's ghetto demands, not ghetto romance, but it's the same point. It's actually the same exact point, man. And I love his take on it, because I was just talking about how it takes somebody. Yeah, I had talked about like advice, taking advice and somebody who's gone through a situation and have learned from that situation, that they're the best representatives of why not to go and do that kind of stuff. I was talking about that with a song called Snowblind Friend from Steppenwolf, and how somebody who had lived through a drug addiction is making songs, anti-drug songs, saying, "Hey, I've been there, I've done that. Don't do that kind of stuff." He's kind of taking this and focusing in on the inner cities and these issues, and he's putting a spotlight saying, "Hey, they are the victims of their circumstances, odd circumstances." It's not so easy, right? When you're a young kid, you're easily manipulated, you're easily looking up to the wrong figures, the wrong role models. Well, that's what you're raised with, right? It's not easy to say, "Hey, that's right, this is wrong, I'm not going to do that stuff." And he's just pointing out these problems within society, and I think it's important that people do shine a spotlight on that, because that's what's going on. It's not just, well, he grew up that way, he's screwed, he should have known better. Sometimes, no, man, it ain't so black and white. It really isn't. So you can see his struggles here, make your world what you want it to be. Got a woman I love desperately, want to give her something better than me. Been told I can't be nothing else, just a hustler in spite of myself. I know I can break it. This life just don't make it. Lord, Lord, yeah. Like, you can see his inner struggles here. Not necessarily pleased with himself, but this is the circumstance he is in. He's coming to understand, like, he doesn't want to be there. Um, but hey, he's got issues right here, even insecure from the past. How long can it last? These kind of words give you an understanding that a lot of this now is more of a front to him, right? Because he can't talk about this stuff to the people in his circle. Man, they don't want to hear that. That's weakness, right? Talking about getting out of this lifestyle, that, hey, I want to do something better with my life. That's a weakness. So these are inner struggles that he's taking on and he's expressing through the song. So I really think that's amazing. I think that's amazing, man. Thank you guys for the suggestion. Really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed rocking here with me today and being a part of this. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe. Check out the descriptions down below for other ways you come to the channel. With that being said, I'm gone. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Peace.